G'day there folks, here we are. It's a Friday lunchtime and I live on the western side of Bangkok. But I don't really ever talk much about the western side of Bangkok in a visual representation, so let's have a look at the lifestyle of an expat out here, just an hour west of Bangkok, and what we have to deal with and all the interesting things that go on out here. As we've said before, we do live in what we call a muban, which is, I suppose, translates best to a Thai village. As you can see before, out here it's a little gate there. It's got little sliding wheel gates. Some places have really nice big boom gates, but we're in a little bit of a lower price range here. The price range here of this muban is around 3,600,000 upwards. We paid 3,800,000 2 years ago, but we were in a sort of depressive market state when that was bought during COVID. But this one here, for instance, was I think 5.2 million, primarily because it was a larger block of land, and of course that's really what the most expensive part of housing here in Thailand is. That block of land is almost worth as much as the actual fabrication of the house itself. But yeah, let's continue on. As you get used to typical Thai lifestyle, you'll find lots of these little mum and dad shops. This is like the stuff that Thailand had before the advent of 7-Elevens, and they are very popular. Let's not park on the middle of the road. Let's give you an idea, like there is rice fields here. We see 2 to 3 crops a year popping up, but as I said, from our location of the house, it's a lovely view of the area around our place. It's not too crowded, and as I said, traffic, there is none. Another mum and dad shop there, and this one here does, I suppose you would call it morning to daytime groceries, because it shuts down somewhere about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So she's an early morning starter. This one here is open until about 6 o'clock at night. So they have varying hours, and you get used to the hours that they run. There we have it, a little eatery, open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. I haven't quite worked out what this guy does here. He has a lot of rubbish around the place, and it seems to come and go with plastic bottles and odds and ends. But he does have a little fish farm out there, which has always got water in it, of course, because it's a fish farm. But yeah, you'll see them empty this out every so often and pull the fish out of it. Yeah, so this is our little first part of I suppose, suburbia, little eateries. We've got a few other little shops up here, which you'll see as we go past. When we were first looking around this area, we did look at this muban here, but it's it's about 20 to 30 years old. Not really appealing when it comes to design, but quite a popular little muban down here. This is an interesting little addition to our, oh there we go, at the crab. So this is an addition to our area. It's a battery powered buses. He wants to come out, okay. Yeah, so it's an EV charging station, open to public. It's open for public. I don't know what it means for public, you can walk inside, but we have little eateries inside. And what's he doing here? It looks like a rice dish. You get these things everywhere. And there you go, if you're thinking about buying out here, you can get one of these shopfront style houses out here. There are 3 levels, some go to 4 levels, but they're usually about 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a shop front. Sometimes they're 3 bedroom, 3 bath. I really can't make out, well that one there is actually saying 3 bed, 4 bed, 3 bath. Yeah, I'm not sure how they'd get floor bed in that one, but they squeeze them in somehow. But 2.6 million is not a bad price for something that instantly becomes a business. And I didn't even notice that one there. So that one there is 2.55 million starting price. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, and I guess that's sort of saying 1 garage. My Thai is really not all that good. We'll come and check out that cafe sometime too. It is open 24 hours, well 25 hours. No, he wants to go first, he won't wait for me. Farm Suburban, we go here every so often to pick up our fresh food and vegetables as well. They have a pretty good selection. Bike washing. What else have we got around there? Bike and car washing, I should say. 556 running down the main road. Yes, this is the way to Don Y, and behind us is Rai Khing. So we're right sort of smack bang in the street. And it gets to be a bit busy around this area. Of course, now we're at our local 7-Eleven, and across from us here, well, let's do a quick walk around. We've talked about this place here. This one here is Steak 42. Well, they do steak and it's on soy 42. What's a Steak 42? A few little knick-knack shops here, more car washing. It's a very popular sort of business here in Thailand, the car washing. We've got a sort of an eatery sort of hall over here. At night time, this whole area over here pops up with little pop-up shops. One of these guys does, what do you call it, roti. He does really nice roti. And we've got the chemist here. Again, you've got to get used to the timings that things open and close. And like the absolutely famous 5-star, you ever want a chicken and 5-star go hand in hand. Okay, so we're going to move off down soy 42, which is just doing the whole loop around our area. Probably the best way to describe it. The Theo. Some of these places get really quite salubrious when it comes out to accommodation, but again we've got places in here starting at 2.65 million. Not quite sure the arrangement for that. Different pharmacies and clinics, and he's just going to cut right under in front of me, isn't he? Okay, another Suburban there, no idea the pricing. 1.79, 2.09, and more 7-Elevens. Thailand runs on 7-Eleven. Another little open air market here that opens around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Big C Mini. Lotus Go Fresh. Oh, okay, that was a sign for the 2.09 to 4.59. Let's get more details on those ones. No, they're not advertising out the front what's available. Oh, look, there's a little karaoke place. Didn't even know that was there. I wonder if it still is a karaoke place or it's just remnants. I was going to take this time to actually point out that some accommodation here in Thailand is probably not ideal for foreigners. The case in example here, this is well, I think this is actually part of the Waterworks Authority, but I'm not quite sure. But this is what we call Thai room accommodation or apartment living. They start at around about 1,500 to 2,000 baht a month for rental, and as you can see, a lot of motorcycles there. And, but they're usually one bedroom with an ensuite apartment, and they're quite popular for the working class Thai people. I was going to mention the fact that if you're a Phran and you know the right people, you can get somewhere like this too, and it's central to everything. We don't joke about the amount of 7-Elevens here in Thailand. how far have we come? This is now number 3 that we've passed. We've got more to go yet. Now I'm going to do something that's probably not recommended, but I've lived here 7 years. I'm actually going to ride down here contraflow, but it'll be a bit of a shaky ride because I don't have a clamp for the camera, so I'm just trying to do it carefully, if you know what I mean. Just stop here for a second. Now I'll give you a bit of a heads up where we are now. This is of course my local Cassicon bank that does my yearly, yearly bank statements. Always very happy to deal with that. 300 baht. Lotus Fresh again. And this is Dalot City. It's a little village village supermarket. Further down we've got some other little shops inside here. This has been building up over the last couple of years because the whole area is building up. And of course we're on Petke Centre. This is Puttamonton Sai Ha. This over here, another older moo barn. It doesn't even have a gate on it, but a lot of little shops and everything else that go in there. Toyota coming out of here, so I'm going to just slip it into there. Hey, there we go. Yep, again, another moo barn there. That one's gated. Now this behind me is our local service station, Esso. We do fill up here from time to time. They've got another car washing place. That's actually where we get our cars washed. There's only 150 baht for our car for a wash. They do the wash outside, polish and they vacuum. Good for 150 baht, can't complain. Oh, that's the other thing. You might notice there's no fast food shops around here. The first closest fast food shop is down here. You might just see it in the distance there. There's a PopeKael service station. There is an actual KFC inside there. But it's just as easy to get it done with Grab if you want to order it. And of course, they're talking about this whole area. A lot of speculation. We're going to see a Burger King growing up here in the next 2 to 3 years. The writing's on the wall for that one, but whether it happens or not, we really don't know. And let's not forget our Big C market here. This is not a full-size Big C, but it's a decent size that has all the groceries and weekly supplies here, but they don't have everything, which forces us to go to Omyai, which is 5 kilometres down the road. But you know, for those odds and ends of things you've forgotten, it's always a quick pop up the road. Our house is just down there and I'll take you down there in a second. As soon as we can negotiate the traffic, looks like we're clear. After the Honda. Oh, I would like to add that little contraflow thing there. You probably noticed that we did pass two motorcycle police officers there. They gave me a nod. I'm happy. I'm contraflow. I'm actually breaking the law, technically. But this is Thailand, and you've got to understand there are laws that inconvenience other people, and there's laws that inconvenience yourself. Now, you also notice that I did that fairly carefully, which is, the Phran way. But alternatively, if I was going the right way and there's a Thai company, they don't give way anywhere near as much as I did on that contraflow exercise. Something you have to get used to, and it's part of Thailand. Get used to it, guys. Don't complain. Learn to go with the flow. Oh, and of course, by the way, this little restaurant here, not quite sure it's open yet. It's a noodle shop right next to our Big C market. We've been seeing that grow up over the last 6 months. I'm pretty sure they're about ready to open, but I'm not really 100% yet. We will go and eat here one day. More of these little accommodation shops. These look pretty run down. I wouldn't even have a clue what they pay for there. 500 baht a month. But we'll wait for him to go. Genuine Thai massage there, 300 baht for an hour and a half, 400 baht for I'm not quite sure. I think the Horn Bar, hard to tell, might be oil. I can't make out the word. But yeah, get an idea what it's like for a real massage. Another little Muban village here. We get little food from there. And now we're in the home stretch. Yes, we've had a bit of water here in the last few days. I have been making mention of this place for over the last few months. This is the next addition for accommodation here along our little soy road here. Yeah, this is the road to our house. That's our klong, which is rather full right now. But yeah, I saw this happen. This block of units over here, this is what that block looked like about 12 months ago. We'd just been filled in. I believe they only wait about 12 months for the actual land to settle before they'll start throwing down pylons. I would like to see land settle in this area for a much longer time before I build on it, but I'm not the building surveyor or the contractor or the people who give permission, so don't get involved. One of the things that really works here in Thailand is only worry about things that you have direct control over. If you have no control over it, just don't let it worry you. Things will get sorted out. You've got to work around them the best you can. And this one here, this building site, yeah, it's going to put a bit of traffic on the head of our road, but yeah, we might see a more local 7-Eleven pop up, you never know. Yes, so just over here, that's what I said, Tong Kar Terrace. Lovely place to eat. There's another Muban where this has just gone up this year. I'll go and show you the entrance of it. I haven't been inside because a lot of these places are gated, so you've got to, privacy for their citizens, of course. About time they did that, because if people get on the Tong Kar Terrace, it's one lane and there was no way to pass anybody. Yes, thank God for that. There were other entrances, but yeah, most people came in that way. Yeah, this is this other one here, A Living. We were here while this was being thrown up. Another gated community. I think they start at 1.6 going upwards. Haven't seen inside there, but it's fairly well established now. To our right here, this is a public school, I think primary, and it gets like traffic jam at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for about an hour while all the mums and dads pick up their kids. And here we are coming up to finish our loop. Yes, more of the Thai style accommodation here. A lot of working Thais in this area. They call this one Pea House. That dog didn't look really all that friendly, but he doesn't bite your tyres. And there we go. We've done the loop. In we go. There's our friendly gate guy. What the crap? Good. Got to do the bump over here. Western style living, right, in Bangkok. This is something I suppose most people will be familiar with living here. Got to ask the question, what do you prefer? The clean air, very, very low pollutants apart from when they burn rice. Hopefully they'll get a moratorium on that sort of condition in the next few years. But this is Thailand, you've got to, we've got rice burning, but we don't get much. I think January is probably the worst time because it drifts down from the north. But the other 2 or 3 times that they do slash burns and things like here, we don't even notice it. Traffic, we don't have any worries with traffic. As you saw the traffic. Traffic is easy. It might be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's still, you get the idea, if you know what I mean. What else is it? I'm trying to think of all the other positive points I can think of. Well, it comes to lifestyle living. I've said it before, and I'll mention it again. I didn't buy the house. We spent 2 years going through the ropes with different banking organisations, showing them every year and the banking statements from the salon, right, the profitability of the salon, and they assessed the profit loss of the business, right, against the ability to service a loan. I didn't even come into the equation. So she qualified for the loan and I paid the mortgage. So effectively, right now I'm paying 24,000 baht a month as a rental, but the rental income is not going to somebody else, it's going against the asset value of the house. These are some pretty tricky things you've got to think about when it comes to rentals, right? Who's making the money? Well, she's going to end up owning, well, in 25 years' time in this location, probably something's worth probably 8 to 10 million, you know, given the pricing of houses and everything else here in Bangkok, and knowing what the housing market goes like over the course of 20 to 30 years. You know, I bought for 240,000 and I sold for close to $1 million, you know, in Australia, but I did hit that bubble in Australia. The bubble hasn't hit here yet, or as far as I'm concerned, the bubble hasn't hit here yet. As I said, if you're a property developer, you know, surely there must be more ties to buy houses than there are of land to put houses up on. I'm not going to go into the whole conversation about that one there because I'm not an expert on the housing market. My mate Jerome is. Talk to him, you know, he has a Bangkok travel mate. Just check his channel out. He does all the high-rise accommodation and everything else in Bangkok. I don't know if he's actually covered the residential side of Bangkok, but it's probably worth checking that out. I've only seen like a couple of dozen of his videos over the course of a period of time. But I'm sure that there's more to lifestyle living here in Thailand than there is to do the big city. And this is a good cross between farm living, which a lot of Phrangs come out here to do, and they like the farm lifestyle. Me, I had 3 of my uncles did farming. I said, that's one thing I'm never going to do. Watch them turn a large fortune into a small fortune over the period of 20, 30 years. This is what happens with farming, I'm sure. Maybe the profitability is in the land sale at the end of it. Who knows? I just don't go there. But yeah, so this is what it's like living out here, and I perfectly love it. Is that the right word? Perfectly love it? I love it to bits. Maybe that's not the right word. I wouldn't trade it. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for I wouldn't trade it for going back to Australia. That's for certain. It's just perfect. And this is, as you know, it's the middle of rainy season. Okay, we got some clouds building up, which is pretty normal for this time of the afternoon. Looking a bit on the grey side, so I guess it's going to rain. And we are being told the fact that we've got a big front moving in over the Aberdeen Sea, which is going to hit us for over a 3-day period. But typically rainy season is just like this. Nice and serene, peaceful, cloud cover. It's about 29 degrees Celsius. It's the sort of weather where I would normally go to the beach at, you know, feeling quite comfortable. And this is what lifestyle is like out here. So think about it. There is always alternatives to city living and big high-rise buildings. Some people love that. Me? Nah. Somebody above me, below me, either side. No. I need some space. You know, even if it's only a 3 foot, 3 metre or 4 metre space, I need that space between walls, if you know what I mean. It just makes you feel a little bit more, what's that word? No, that wasn't a gunshot. That's the shooting that they use. They got little incendiary devices to scare the birds off the rice fields. And you can hear it this time of the year because they've just done a bit of a plant, so yeah. But you get used to it. It's not like a Chicago or something. Anyway, peace out, guys. Now, I don't know if we've got any bloopers in there, but we'll check it out. The reels. Bye. They're always trying to find a place to stop here. Hey. Again, here we have our little, right, she wants to go past. Let me just make it easy for her. This is another one of these. Like some of these really get, some of these, dalit being, what do you call it, market. Dalit is the word for market. Oi, I better take the keys out. It's my move, but I don't think anybody will steal it, but yeah. And that's Western style. This is Western. I want you to